Yeah, I logged into the system. So I want to ask you questions on the data loading part. Okay. So so if I want to update some information in my system, what is the um, required values needed to update the items in the system? So if there are 50 leads in the system, I want to change their country. Okay, what I have to do? Can someone tell me the steps how to do this operation? Can you message? There are around 3 steps for this. I think it's only 2 steps because
We need
yeah, got it. We need the IDs. So for getting IDs, what you have to do?
we need to go to App Exchange, and from there we need to
So we need to go to Apex Data Loader, not to the App Exchange. We have to export the data, and we have to import the we have to modify the information in your spreadsheet because you can manually do that right in bulk. Okay. And for suppose if we have some information, okay, in a spreadsheet, and if you want to update the information in the system, you can't do it directly. You have to get the IDs of these records at once. Later on, you can update the you can go for update operation so that it automatically overwrites the old information with the new information. Okay. Yeah. So when you are trying to upsert, it generally does 2 operations. One is insert and update. That's the so in the word only you can see that upsert. Okay. That's it. Okay. And can someone tell me the difference between delete and delete all? Sorry, export and export all. Export and export all. So I have shown some example to you guys in the class. When I deleted some records in the system, they are not going to be deleted completely from the database. They are going to be available in the database, saying there is a simple checkbox on every record saying is deleted. It's a checkbox. If the record is deleted, this will be checked so that you don't see the information in the tabs. But these records are available in recycle bin up to 15 days. After 15 days, all the records which you are checked with is deleted equal to true, they are removed from the database permanently. Okay, that is the reason there are 2 options when we are doing export from data loader. That is, export will show you only the records which are not deleted, which are only in the tab. But export all will show you the records from the recycle bin also, along with the original existing records. Okay. And I do have one more question for delete and hot delete. Can someone tell me the differences between delete and hot delete? So I can answer this. Okay. Rahul, can you answer this question? What is the difference between delete and hot delete?
Yeah, in delete all, it deletes the whole column which we do in the .csv file. And if we come for delete, it deletes only one a particular column.
No. Delete and delete all. So if you click, sorry, delete and hot delete. The difference between delete and hot delete, I am asking. Delete and delete all, because this concept, what you said, is like very close to the database concept, SQL. But I'm talking about delete and hot delete. When you click on delete, this will sit in the recycle bin for 15 days. Okay. But when you click on hot delete option, and if you are deleting some record from the system, from the data loader, it won't go to the recycle bin, it will directly remove the records from the system directly without going to the recycle bin. That is, so when you are deleting system records in the Windows system also, there is shift delete and delete, right? That's the difference. The hard delete will the hard deleted records won't be available in the recycle bin also. This will be completely thrown out of the system very immediately. Okay. Yeah. So let's continue with today's class. Yeah. First of all, I want to create some customers data. Okay. So let's go to the franchisee force application, and I'm going to the customers object. I'm clicking on some customer and I'm clicking on clone. I'm clicking on some junk records, okay? Because I need some data for the reports and dashboards, that's the reason. Okay. So there are some data because already there is many records in the system. I created today one record with China because there is no records with China. Okay. Let's go back to the reports and dashboards. Again, I don't see the reports and dashboards tab in the current application. Okay. For that, I'm clicking on plus sign. Okay, and I'm clicking on customize my tabs. Or suppose your system has been forgotten to add the tabs to you, but you can see all the tabs by clicking on plus sign. And you can add it permanently to your custom setting. Okay. Whenever you add some tabs personally to your currently used tabs, your main tabs, it won't be modified. Okay. Until and unless your administrator modifies for all the people. See, I'm adding dashboards and even the reports also, which is near here. Generally, I generally put this on the top and after the okay. I'm clicking on save. Now I have the dashboards and reports with me here. I'm clicking on reports tab. So now I want to create the report from starting. Okay, I'm doing my work from start. Okay, I'm clicking on new report. So when I'm creating a new report, first of all, there should be some report type. Means report type is a schema which will tell you what records I can pull down on the customer report, what customer fields I can use in on the customer report. That type of options will be available in the report type. To build a report, you need a report type first. Okay. So I will go to other reports to accept customer reports. Okay. See. Customers with store. These records are already available. These report types are already available. These are report types, not the report. So I can use these report types and I can build reports for my end users. Okay. So I have not created any report type because when I'm creating the custom object, that is customers, there is a simple checkbox called allow reports. Okay. That option will automatically create a report type for you. Okay. For suppose if you want to create custom report types, I can tell you how to do that. So here there is a customers with stores, customers with transactions and stores. All these things are automatically created when you are giving the checkbox when you add the object creation. Okay, allow reports and dashboards. Why there is a report with customer with stores? The reason why I am getting this report is because these two objects are related. Why I am getting the report with customers with transactions and stores? Because these three objects are related. If you go to your schema builder, I think you know the relationship that we created in this application. See, customers with stores, customer stores and transactions also related. Okay? That's the reason we have these reports on the report types automatically, because again, when I'm clicking on view objects, I can show you allow reports option is always checked here. Enable reports. If this option is checked, it automatically creates report types. For suppose you have not checked this option when you are creating the object, but after that you figured out that you need to run a report on this. Then in this case, you can go to the report types option under setup, build, create report types. Under create, there is report types. Okay, so here I can build the report types with the combined objects. If A, B, C are related to each other, I can build a report type with the three objects. If there is no relationship between A and B, I cannot build a common report with A and B. Okay, I'm clicking on continue. Create a new custom report type. I want to create a report type with customers and stores. Okay, customer and store, because it's already there, but I want to show you how to create the report type now. The primary object is customers report type, customer with for description I have to view that, so I can view like this. Okay, this is visible on the reports. I'm mentioning that as stored in the category. Which category I have to store? This category I can show you here directly. See, these are called categories. See, why my customer and customer with store, customers with transaction stores is stored in other reports? Because they are stored in this category, other reports. These are standard object categories. So I don't want to store my custom object categories in this other opportunities or leads. I stored in other reports. Okay, I'm clicking on other reports only here also. See. In development means it won't be available. If it is in development, I am checking it deployed, means it shows to the customers to build reports. See, my intention is to build customers with stores, right? So customer object is the primary object which we have selected in the previous step. That's the reason it's already here. Now I'm going to select the other object, that is. So in the B, when I clicked on this B, it automatically showed this option. See, I have a drop-down box which shows you the related objects. There are two objects here. I'm selecting transactions. Okay. So I think I don't have a relationship from customers to stores, right? I have a relationship from stores to customers. That's the reason I cannot see this option here. So I am selecting transactions. Okay. So here there are two options. One is subset or this one. So you can see the diagram representation. So I'm selecting this. It will show only the subset of A and B, all the records of A with B also, which are linked each other. If I'm see, each A must have at least one related B item. Means if there is a record, the primary object record, it must have at least one B record. If I'm selecting this, the primary object will be always available, but it even allows and means it may or may not contain B also. See, all these records don't have the B record mapped to A, but these records are having A with common B. Okay, this is called intersection, right? In this, this is the common thing. So all the records of A means in this section is related to B also, in this particular area only. Yeah. So if I click on this, now I will get the other object, that is activities. Okay, but I don't see transactions. If you come back to the schema builder, see the relationship is going from, if you are selecting store as the primary object, you can see the customer's data also. But if you have selected customers as the date as the primary object, you cannot get the stores information on that report because it's not the child of stores. So it's not the child of customer. The child of customer is only transactions. And again, for each and every object, I have activated the activities tab. That's the reason it's showing available in the child objects when I'm creating the report type. Anyway, I'm going to close this. I'm creating customers with transactions is my report type now. I'm selecting common records, or else A must all the records of customers, even though they are mapped with transactions or not, I'm giving this. So A records may or may not have related B items. Clicking on save. So this depends on the requirement. The second step is really important. It helps you to figure out what records have to show in the report. Okay. Now, coming to the, means we have done with the two steps. Now we are on the report type it's created, and now we have to select which fields are should be available. Which field should be available for the users to add in the report. Okay. So there are 28 customer fields and 11 transactions. Okay. So I can select on this by clicking on edit layout. So all these fields are activated. Or suppose if we don't want to show the SN field on the report, because SN is important thing, I don't want to show on the report. Select this, okay, or else I can drag and drop and put down here. So now this SN field is removed from the customer or current report tag. Okay, you cannot add this field in the report. Just check, I will show that to you. Even I'm pulling down some other. Yeah, that's it. I'm removing SN field from the customer report. This is the transaction fields, and they are okay. I'm clicking on save. Okay, everything is done. Now we have a report type with customers plus transactions, but the name is different, but I want to change the name also. Customers and transactions. Okay, I can do that. There's no issue. Save it. Okay. Now go back to the report type. Now you can see by clicking on refresh, I can see my customer with transactions also. See, this is my report. Customer with transactions. Click on this. Click on create. I have a report now. Okay. Clicking on. Yeah. So thanks. So here is the customer, then this is the transaction ID. So I can search for the fields. Search for a SN field. It's not available because I haven't given nationality is available. Every other fields are available except SN. Okay. I'm dragging all the information required for my company, the country name, the age of the customer, and the creating date also, and date of birth of this guy, and email, mobile, last modified date. Generally date things are given at the end. Okay. Or even these are useful for sorting the information also. Okay. And monthly salary also. Okay. We have state information, city. Okay. State, and yeah, That's it. I'm clicking on, and this is the general columns which have to display on the report, and this is a simple tabular report. Generally, there are three types of reports: tabular, summary, matrix reports. Tabular is a simple report which shows the columns, means which shows the data in terms of rows and columns. While you means when coming to summary report, you're going to group by city or state. For suppose, if I want to know the list of customers available in across the country based on city wise, I can get this list with the summary report. And again, if I want to drill down this type of options vertically and horizontally, I can use matrix reports. I can show the demo to you that will be more understandable. Okay, and here this is a simple option, filter options. Generally, this is the main filter, whether I need to show my customers or all customers. Select all customers or my team customers or my customers. My customer means all the customers created by you. My team customers means generally, for suppose people in sales team work as teams. Okay, account manager, 2 sales reps, one demo technical guy will be a team. These guys can go. It's like a small team, and they can create customers. These all the customers created by this team will be shown in this my team customers. So you can keep this type of teams. Okay, for sales teams. Okay, and coming to all customers. Okay, it will show you all customers of the organization. If you have sharing access, it will show, or otherwise it won't show it. Okay, I'm giving all customers filter here, and created date. By this is the default filter, but I can modify to anything. Date of birth, I can put this filter. All the date of birth after 1990, I can show the reports like this. All the customers data with after 1990. All the customers created after 1990 or after 2005. All the customers who have done transactions in 2014. Select created date. Select the start date equal to 2014 Jan 1st to 2014 December 31st. It automatically shows the people who have done transactions, the customers who have done transactions on this date. Because as I am running the report on this both the objects, I have this both the filters available in the same report. But in the current situation, I am giving quarter. What is a quarter? Generally in Salesforce, you can configure the financial structure, financial partitions, or means the generally every company will be following some financial structure, fiscal year thing. Okay, so they generally run the reports for each and every quarter. Okay, what is the income for the last quarter? What is the revenue goal for the last quarter? Mostly people having 4 quarters. It starts from April 1st and it ends on March 31st. April, May, June is 1 quarter. July, August, September is other quarter. October, November, December is other quarter. Jan, Feb, March is the last quarter. Okay, so they divide this into quarters, and it depends on the company. Salesforce.com, the main company, has quarter starting from Feb 1st, and Feb 1st to each 3 months is a quarter, and November, December, January is the last quarter for Salesforce. Okay, and coming to Accenture, their quarter starts with September. Okay, it depends on the organization. They follow that quarter system. Okay, so if they have some quarters, if you configure the quarters in the back end, the same quarters will be applied here. I can run the reports based on the quarter system, financial year system. Okay, current financial year, previous financial year, previous 2 years financial year, current fiscal year. Okay, current financial quarter, fiscal quarter, current next fiscal quarter, current plus next. And calendar year is something like Jan to December is a calendar year. Calendar quarter is also Jan, Feb, March is the first quarter in the calendar quarter. Okay, and you can run the reports based on the weeks also. Means all the records created, all the customer records created on between this quarter, we are going to show in the reports. Okay, but currently what I'm giving is I'm currently giving in the current fiscal year, so that the length is too big and we have more records for that. in the current system, as it is a demo organization, I do have very less records. Okay, and I'm clicking on run report. See, now I have the customers with transaction code also. If I click on this transaction, I will show the transaction information. But if I want to show the transaction stat also on the same report, there is a simple modification I have to do. Click on customize, go back to it will take to your previous screen, and click on, so this is the customer's information, right? Click on this to collapse, okay, and click see the customer's transactions data. So in transactions, we generally use the date, transactions date, okay, and I will put at the end. Yeah, here is the transactions. I'm putting down the transaction data at the end, okay, and later on I will put down the sales price also. I'll put down the tags. I can adjust at any point of time, and I can put the total price, sales price plus tax equal total price. I can show you that also here. And transaction ID is already there, and I'm clicking on. First of all, I'll click on save report because I don't want to go. I'm saving it as customers and transactions. Okay. Transactions. Okay. This is the report name which I'm giving it. Report type is different. That's the schema. That's the basic thing you're giving. What fields I can use, all this stuff. Report name is the thing most people will use. The business people will access these reports. This is the unique name. It automatically copies the same name, replaces spaces with underscores. And I'm saving it in a report folder that is unfiled public reports. Okay. I'm clicking on save and run report. Means it saves and it runs the report. So I'm in customers and transactions. This is the report name. The report type of this is customers with transactions, and so the report status is complete, and you can see the customer names, age, all the format what I have given, and even the transactions what they have done with the sales price, tax, and total price. And this is the tabular report. Do you have any issues here? And for suppose if I want to change the filters, I can even do that. The filters what I have configured and the report is the default filters, but I can see my customers also. Okay. In this scenario, all the records are created by me, then that is the reason there is no difference here. But generally what happens if there are thousands of people in the organization, each and every person might be averagely creating 1,000 records. So if there are 1,000 people, 10 lakh records will be available in the system. When I'm clicking on my customers, I see 1,000 customers. When I see all customers, I see 10 lakh, approximately 1 million customers. Okay, got it. And I can even change the filters here also. The date of birth, the created date is customers from Jan to, okay, I'm putting on. I'm giving it as August 5th. I have to show 0 records here because all the records are created after August, right? Run report. See, because this organization have to, in your current class means around October, September, I think October, right? Yeah. So I have given the start date is January 1st and the end date is August 5th. Okay, that's the reason it's not showing any records to me. If I click on refresh, it automatically shows the default report with the default filters. Oh no, okay. So when I'm clicking on reports, yeah, this is the default report. For suppose now I'm going to save as this report with another name that is, sorry, before going to the report, I want to show you how to create the folders, report folders. Earlier, we have created a simple, by clicking on this, create new report folder. I can give as franchisee reports. I'm clicking on save. Now I have created a separate report folder for our current application because I don't want to share all the reports in one folder and give access to all. I want to create a separate folders for sales people in sales reports, marketing people reports in marketing folder, and I can show the reports accordingly to them. So now I want to move the report which I have saved in and file public reports. Click on this on save as. I want to move it to franchisee reports. I want to copy the same information. This is the description. No need of that. Click on save. Okay. The report name is already existing. That's the reason I'm giving it as one because it's already there. See, now I have a customers and transactions report with the description of this in franchisee reports folder also. Now I want to create a report. I'm saving as this same report with for summarize report. Okay. Summarize it by city, by state, sorry, or by country. Okay, by. Okay. I'm clicking on save. Now, customers and transactions data with country. Just click this. I simply clone the same report, the previous report, that's a tabular report. I want to customize now. I want to convert this tabular report into the summarized report. Okay. I'm clicking on summary report. When I converted the report into summary report, it automatically shows some column which is blank under the main columns. Here I have to pull down the country or any field which I want to group. Okay, see what I'm doing is the country field is here, right? I'm dragging and dropping it on the. Okay, I will customize. I will do it from start. I can do it, convert this into summary report, and I can even pull the same information. See the customers, I can pull it from here. Okay, or else if I'm giving the green symbol means it's okay. The system is showing it's you can add it here. Means you are going to group the records by the country. See here I have a simple information. Drop a field here to create a grouping. Okay, summarizing grouping is same. Okay. Here I can do one thing also. I can drag and drop this, and I can put down here also. See. Now I have removed the country from here, and I have dropped it on the grouping thing. I can also group by state also. See, I can have sub filters. First of all, my report, the summarized report, will group by country. So in India there are multiple states again. Okay. First they divide by country, and again inside country they group by cities or states. I can do that, and I can do group by one more item also. I am clicking on save, run report. See, I have simply done one thing. First of all, grouped by country, later on grouped by state, all the customers. See. So these customers have no country. That's the reason they are sitting on the top. No state. These are all the customers with no country and state. So these are the 7. There are 7 customers with USA country, Two people have no state information. The other 5 people have state as uh, it's here. Oh, state also have removed it. Other people have state as PI. Here is the information. But generally, I can even put on the same field here also by clicking on customize. I can show that to you. See, what I happened is I removed the data from here, and because there's no need of duplicate values, right? That is the reason I did that. See, I'm copying again the um, yeah, means I cannot use the same thing again. Okay, click on save and run report. See, it's here. Country with no country, no state. These are all the records. Country USA, no state information. These 2 records. Country USA, these 5 records. So 5 plus 2 equal to 7. This is a summarized report. And again, country with India, 10 records. Out of that, 9 are from Andhra Pradesh, 1 from Telangana. Okay, and country from China, there is only 1 record, and that belongs to only 1 state. That is this, and finally there are 37 records. If you sum up the records, it will obviously come up to the same 3 records. You can see the counts of records by country wise also. This will be helpful in grouping and summarizing the things. Okay, it makes you simple. Okay, and if I click on hide details, what happens? I can show that to you. See, now I can simply in a single button click, I can tell directly there are 15 reports without country and state. 7 reports belongs to USA, 7 customers from USA, 10 customers from India, 1 customer from China, and out of 10 customers from India, 7 people from AP, 1 people from EN. Okay, like that I can directly tell them. Okay, in a simple report. And at the end, there is a simple option, export details. I can schedule this report to a email address also. Every month, first I have to send a report, or every month and I have to send a report to my manager. I can do it by clicking on export. I can export the details, and I can export it as XLS format or CSV format, both the formats that I can do it. So, and again, the run report is useful for running the report instantly, but there is a schedule thing also. If you click on this, there is a scheduled future runs. If I click on schedule future runs, so it generally runs the report in the midnight and stuff. Anytime you can keep the time and date also. So it runs a report and sends emails to you. The report sent to me. Okay, I am giving it as daily or weekly or monthly. This is my custom option. I can give it every day, every weekday or every day, because when you have to send the report, start date and time. If you want to run this report for the next 5 years, I can put as 2019. Okay, and I'm clicking on save report modifications with this schedule. If I click on OK, now I can even put the preferred time also, at what time the report has to be come to me. Okay, I can give it as monthly. Okay, monthly on day 31st. Okay, at the end of it. Okay, and first is, I mean, that's best, because some months don't have 31st, right? That is the reason I'm selecting 1. Every month have 1, but some months I don't have 30, and some months don't have 31 also. Oh, preferred time I haven't selected. Okay, yeah. Now this report will be sent every first Sunday to me, okay, so that I can choose it in the Monday, first Monday of every month. So this will automatically be emailed to my, okay, because from, if you see it's email report to me, and even I can send it to others also by clicking on the second option. I can select to the managers or a group of people, public groups who belongs to the public group. It automatically sends to the email address which is mentioned in the profile, the user of that public group. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to reports again. Again, I want to do matrix report from the first report. I'm clicking on save as. I'm clicking on customers with transactions matrix. This is the last for matrix format. Okay, I'm clicking on, I'm saving it in the reports folder of franchisee reports. Clicking on save and run report. I'm clicking on customize. Now, oh, I'm making it as matrix. So first of all, you can convert the summary report into matrix also, but I'm making it into matrix report. Okay, and I can put down the country field on the top and interests on the bottom. And I can even again drill up to some more thing, because if you see, the summary report is only the vertical grouping, right? Vertical grouping of records. Here you have both vertical and horizontal grouping of records, horizontal grouping of data. Now I want to group by state also on this area. Okay, see, now we have a special report. First, country grouping, state grouping, interest grouping, whether they are interested in American food or Indian food, like this, and yeah, and customer satisfaction grouping. I want to put it in. Yeah. Now I'm clicking on run report. So this report is too complex. You cannot understand that easily, because I have made very complex by grouping with 4 items, vertically, horizontally. Horizontally 2 groupings based on country and state, and vertically because you don't have even this type of requirements also. So all the people who are interested in American food items are these guys. Okay, other people who are interested in Chinese also, these people. Indian food, these people. A combination of Indian, Chinese, and Indian, Italian, Chinese, and Indian is these people. Combination of these items are these people, and their customer satisfaction scores are blank for the above records, and now here 90%, 70%, all this stuff. The record count, and again they will group everything in this format, and it will show it to you. And finally, the grouping of is done vertically, horizontally, and this is the final number. That is the 3 records at the end. The top, the bottom complete right corner is the total values. Okay. So this grouping is based on the country and state. So the 15 digit. 15 is, I think it's no country. 7 is US, 9 is China. So then 9 is India. Sorry, 10 is India. 1 is China. Okay. If you come this is the overall people who are interested to have the American food. There are 14 people. Combination of Chinese, Indian, and American is only 1 people. Only Indian 5 people. Okay. This is the report. Okay. I'm clicking on save. Save as will clone the same report. save, it will save the existing report, and you can even schedule these reports I have shown you. Run now will run the report, but it won't save the report. Remember, when you are doing some modifications and if you're not saving that and if you're simply clicking on run report, it won't save that. Okay. And again, when you click on, you can even schedule these things, export the record instantly in the format of XLS and CSV format, which I showed you. Export details. You can export the data immediately, the report data in terms of Excel format. At the end of the report, it shows you the, I'm exporting an Excel format, click on export. If you open this XLS report, it's opening, take some time because it's a big report, right? And you have the report, every report here, and at the end you can see when this is imported and date and time and by which company, okay, everything. Okay. And now let's work on dashboards. Okay. The transactions. So reports, I think you are familiar with the report. Okay. Now let's move on to the dashboards. So let's create a new dashboard. If I click on the reports also, I can see the dashboard option for creating new dashboards. So I'm going to dashboards, I can see the same option. Because there's no dashboards, it seems. Click on new dashboard. So first of all, I have to create a new dashboard folder. Just go back. Okay. That is franchisee dashboard folder. Again, I can tell you one simple reason. Okay. Franchisee. Okay. There are means the folder option is really useful in terms of sharing. I create a report folder for sales reports, okay, and I can give access of this reports folder only to the sales guys, not to the marketing guys, so that all the reports saved in the sales folder will be available only to the sales people. So this type of important things are available here. Okay. Now, see, dashboards are here. Now click on this dashboard folder. See, go to sharing settings. By default, these are not shared to anyone. If you want to share the records, you have to click on share. See, you have to click on. So here he is the manager because I am the only one who is currently accessing these things. But I can give access by clicking on share. So Nishant also share to Venkat also. Share to this guy also. I'm clicking on done. I can even share the report folder with the roles and subordinates, or even the public groups also. It's here. I'm closing this. Now this report is automatically shared with the 3 people because I have done that before you. Again, I'm going with the same thing. Click on this. Click on share. Now let's give access via groups. Okay, I'm clicking on this. I'm giving access to all the internal users of the system. Share. Automatically, all the people who belongs to this group will be having access to this franchisee reports folder. Now, I'm clicking on close. Now go back to the dashboards. There is no dashboard. I'm clicking on new dashboard. What is the dashboard? So all the business people don't want to see the records, because if there are 500 salespeople from India and 500 salespeople from America, so and from different regions, no one wants to see all the data, okay, by record wise. They want to see the data in terms of reports, because there are millions of data, okay, hundreds of millions of data in the system. they want to run the reports and simply see how many new records are created today, how many new records are created last month, this month. They compare the things. Okay. Again, for using dashboards, you create the report first. I'm simply dragging and dropping all the components. So these are the components available in dashboards, Salesforce dashboards. And if you want to build custom components, Salesforce provides some separate API for that. That is Analytics API. Okay. With that API, you can create a number of reports in the format of map, also visual representation. Okay. Now I have added all the components available in my dashboards options. Okay. And each and every component is blank now, and you can generally name that with simply by putting some header information. Okay. I can add the header information, and I can even add the data sources. But I have only very three data sources. Okay. I have summarizer report and one thing and stuff like. What are data sources? Data sources are the reports actually. I'm clicking on the reports for data sources. Here, data sources are two types. One is reports and Visual Force pages. Generally, Visual Force pages is only useful in this component, but all other things access only reports. I'm clicking on reports, expanding it. I'm expanding franchisee reports. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay. It's a different room. Okay. Yeah. These are the dashboard components. Now I have this following data sources. That is transactions with. See, because this type of report generally accepts summary or dashboard, it won't accept the simple tabular format. Okay, that's the reason I have to copy this. I have to copy the same similar type of. So most of the dashboard components needs the summarization grouping. Okay, because if you're grouping only, you're going to get the 15 record count like this, right? Okay, so here I'm grouping the records based on the country. That is the reason I have the country wise vertical component. This is vertical bar report. Okay, this is horizontal bar report based on the country, because here also I'm using the same report for all. Okay, I'm showing you only the reason why I'm showing you the same report I'm using, because certainly I want to show you how it looks like. And tabular finally, this accepts the tabular thing. Okay, I want to keep this. Um, yeah, I'm closing this, guys, because yeah, this report cannot be used as the source for this component. It's a yeah. So I'm going to use a tabular thing. Okay, got it. Okay. So this also don't accept the general tabular report. Okay. So if it is a tabular report, I have to use the count. Okay. It can only show the count. Okay, like this. Alright, I'm going to save this database, this report, because I do have only one report in my system. I use the same report for all the database components. I generally showing you how it works. Okay, I'm I'm clicking on save. Yeah, because there is one incomplete component, that is Visual Force pages. Okay, because if you want to show some static message on this dashboard saying, hey, total this many number of employees or have not taken this insurance, that type of message, I can use some VF page to print that message and I can show it here. But as there is no VF page in my system, I'm removing this component. By clicking on components, I will click on remove, or let me click on, yeah, I'm clicking on save. If you have not sourced any data source for any of the component, the dashboard won't be saved at all. Okay, I'm clicking on save. This is franchisee dashboard. Okay, I'm clicking on save and run report. Save and run dashboard. Okay, now this is my dashboard. Earlier I don't have dashboards. Now I have my dashboard with all the components. So this component is horizontal bar chart. Okay, see all the records without country. This is the bar chart for that, with the US records, with Indian records, with Chinese only one record. This is the count on the X scale and Y scale in the country. This is the opposite way. Complete opposite way is this report, or this dashboard, and this is the record count dashboard component. So sorry, this is the line chart. So I'm showing no country. It's here. I'm connecting the dots. This is the dot. This is the dot. This is the dot. I'm connecting this bar based on the country. Coming to this pie chart. So in this pie chart, I'm just grouping, showing different colors for different countries. This is the report of pie chart. The blue color is for no country. USA is the green color. Red color is for India. This purple color is for China. And this is also a similar report, but this is called donut chart. Okay. So you can even see the name here under my donut chart, and this is called funnel chart. So generally, I can even run a report, all the leads who are coming in, all the leads who are getting qualified, all the leads who are getting converted. That type of option I can sell. So based on the funnel size, so this funnel size will be varied based on the record count. See, 15, 7, 10, like this, right? So this funnel size will be very depends on that. So all the records means, for suppose if there are 500 leads coming in today, but only 10 leads are converting, 500 will be shown here, 10 leads will be shown here. The type of things I can show with my status of the lead. And same with this, the gauge report. Okay. Yeah, it generally shows a simple record count. This is gauge report based on the different different record counts of countries. Okay, this is the record count scatter report with the simple. dots. Okay, this is China, USA, India, and no country. And again, this is a record count of the these report. Yeah, these are the report components. Okay, dashboard components, and we're done with this. Generally, what happens if you go to the home page, you scroll down. So generally, people want to show some dashboards here. How to show the dashboards? I can tell you by clicking on setup. See, if you scroll down, okay, if you go to customize, there is an option called home. The home tab is given by Salesforce by default. That's called standard home tab, and that's the reason it's available in the customize option. All the options available in the customize are given by Salesforce. Okay, that is the reason I'm clicking on home or expanding this. Here I'm going to the home page components. By default, dashboard snippet is already available. I'm clicking on home page layout. I'm clicking on edit home page layout. Here, dashboard snippet is not enabled. I'm clicking on, I'm checking this. I'm clicking on next. Okay. Dashboard snippet, I'm giving the order as on the top. I'm clicking on save. As there is only one dashboard, I'm expecting that dashboard to be available on my home screen. Let's try that. Clicking on home. See. Remember, this dashboard we created by ourselves, okay? But when we are showing the dashboard here, it shows only the first column because, sorry, first row. So why I showing only first row is because the home page space is really crucial here. There is very less space. I am including a lot of components. Calendar I am there using, task is using. So I have to make it very simple. That's the reason I am only showing only one row. I'm not showing all the 4 rows because if I'm showing 4 rows, I have to scroll a lot. So if I'm clicking on I'm clicking on any of the dashboard, it takes to the so this is the first row which I'm displaying there, not all the things. I can even modify this and I can move these important items on the top. I can click on save. If you go back to the main home tab, I click on home tab. I simply enable I went to the, so for enabling the dashboards on the home screen, I simply went to the setup. I went to customize. So customize in the build, I went to customize. I expanded home tab. In the home page layouts, I enabled a simple checkbox that is dashboard components. Okay. So sorry, I went back. Yeah, now you can see the latest dashboard. So the users, when they log into the system, they can see the dashboard. Again, I can't bring this dashboard okay, above because this is the default charter widget which cannot be replaced. If I want to remove this, I have to disable the charter component from the home page layout. I don't want to do that because this is also very important. But I can see what's happening in my organization, the first 3 statuses. So click on this, I can see all the updates of my charter. Okay, and coming down to the reports, I want to create one more new report, that is joint report. Create new report from other reports, customers with transactions and stores. I'm clicking on this, I'm clicking on create. This is a standard report type. I'm using this. See here, I want to use the joint report. Joint report is something like you can put down the 2 reports one by one. Okay. So here I can add one more report, customers with transactions, and or else no, I'm going back. Other reports. The customer with stores I'm copying once. I'm making this report as a joint report. In this report, I can add one more record type. Other. Now, customer with transactions, stores. Click on OK. See, now I have two reports. Okay. Now I have two reports one by one. Okay. I'm giving it as all customers. So here you can even see the separate. This is the common fields, customer information, and in this report I am using the store details. In this report I am using the transaction details. Okay. I'm dragging and dropping the country information. Okay. 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 All customers. Dated date. So okay. Again I want to use the updated date here also. I want to copy the same thing here. Okay. Join. So this report is generally useful for comparing two reports in one by one. Okay, with two different sources, different report types. Okay. Generally, customer issue there is no data at all because there is no source data which we create in our system. Basically, it's showing zero. Customers with data, customers with transactions, there is some records I'm showing here. But here, by comparing the customer names, I can compare how this transaction is belongs to this store like this. Okay. But for suppose if you want to compare the transactions, sorry, customers. So if there are three objects which are related, and there are two more objects which are netted to the same system, but you don't, you cannot see in the same system in the same report. You can see you can get two report types and you can show it in the same page and you can compare the things. Okay, that's the use of joint reports. But the data which in our system is not that clear, means it's not that good to create these joint reports, because if there is no records with customers plus store integration, then obviously there won't be data in the first report type. Yeah. So this is the new joint report is very new, like recently released in couple of releases back, around 3 to 4 releases back. Yeah. And one thing I have to tell, so dashboards, there are two types of dashboards. One is dynamic dashboard and static dashboard. For suppose if you want to show the revenue of the company, the total sales targets, you need to build the static dashboards for the overall company, because the company revenue won't change based on the person, right? It shows the company revenue and the sales targets will be across the company. It applies to all the company data. That is the reason I have to run the reports and dashboards as the CEO of that company. Okay. Now let's go back to the dashboard. I'm clicking on edit. Okay. Here, view dashboard as. So if I'm doing dashboard as Venkat G, because as Venkat is system admin, means the top level, means for suppose you think Venkat is the CEO of this company, and if I'm running reports as this Venkat, I can see the organization-wide reports and dashboards. If I'm running as some sales user inside that company who is in Hyderabad, my dashboard will have less data, because my dashboards will take the data from the reports, and the reports have less data to him. If there are 500 accounts access to them, it runs the report only on 500 accounts, and it shows. So the dynamic dashboards are really useful for internal use, for sharing, for applying. I can give an option here. So this is a static dashboard. You can view as Venkatji. It always shows the dashboard as this guy. Okay. Run as specific user. Okay. If I am clicking on the second option, run as logged in user. This is the other option. If I click on this, if I'm logging in as Srikanth, the reports and dashboards will show as Srikanth. For suppose if Srikanth has created 5,000 records, unlike Venkat, who is created only 50 records, Srikanth will be seeing 5,000 records in this system, and the reports will show 5,000 records, and the dashboards also will show 5,000 records grouping. Okay, 6,000 for India, 4,000 for, sorry, the 5,000 records, 2,000 for India, 1,000 for USA, without country, 3,000, like this. So for suppose, let authorized users change their running user. For suppose I'm the manager of 4 people, I want to run the dashboards as some other user. If I'm not giving this option, he cannot do that. If I'm giving this option, now I can run my dashboards as Sandhya also, so that I can see what Sandhya is doing last month, Sandhya is doing last quarter, all this stuff. Okay. If I'm running the same dashboard as Srikanth, I can see the reports and dashboards running as Srikanth also, because the data which you have created will be showed in your reports. So run as specific user means like this. You are going to run always as Venkatji. Run as login user. This is called dynamic dashboard. Whoever logins to the system, the dashboard will run on his data, and it will show to this user. And the other option for the same dynamic dashboard is let authorized users can change running user. So this is a permission inside your profile general settings, okay, where you can run the report as other users also. For suppose there is a manager of sales user India, I am giving a special permission to him to run as dashboards as all the sales users in India. He is the sales head of India, so he can run dashboard as Srikanth, who is working in Hyderabad, so that if he is not performing well, he can ask him why you are not performing well when compared to other users. If I'm running as Srinath, if he's working really good, then I can say, hey, you're getting promoted, like this. Okay, I can run the dashboards based on users also, based on the users data also. Okay, let other users change the running user. Users can view dashboard data as someone else in their organization if they have view all data only. Okay, or someone below them in the role hierarchy. Yeah, if I'm the manager, I can run the dashboard as my subordinates, even though if I don't have UL data. If I have UL data, I can run as any other user in the system by selecting the simple selecting the username. Got it? So now I'm making this dashboard as a dynamic dashboard. As current, by default, it's logged in as current user only. But suppose if Sandhya is logging into the system, into the same system, she can see the dashboards on her data. Okay. She can, if she's the manager of 3 people, she can change the report for dashboards based on other names, and she can view the data of other people also. Right. Yeah. So with this, I think we're going to close this means dashboards and reports. But coming to the next classes, we'll be mostly working on the Apex development. And we'll start with Apex development from the next class. How to start about from VF pages, Apex classes. First of all, I will try to introduce about the keywords and stuff. Okay, the basic syntax. I do have some cheat sheets where I can explain you everything by putting down that 2-page documents. So all the variables, important things, how to start with, and everything. Yeah. And I want to know, like, I found that you guys have some exams in the coming week. Okay, coming weeks means I don't know exactly what's the exact dates. If you are really busy, just send me. Yeah, just simply tell me the date where you guys are busy. Okay, when you guys are busy, I can adjust the class schedule accordingly. So I even got the same information from Karthik and the team, some cerebral guys saying that. So there will be some final exams for you, so that I can start the classes only for that week. Can someone email me the timings? Means when you were the final exams are getting conducted.
Yeah, we'll mail.
Sure, just email me, because I think if most people are from the same college or school, so you can just send me the common mail, CCing all. Okay, all the participants. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, I'm going to upload some more assignments. Again, if you are busy, just you can take some time. I don't want to give some due date also, but please submit these assignments whenever you're free. Okay. Right. I'm going to remove the due date for all the assignments, because a few people messaged me asking to extend the date because of the some exams. Okay. Yeah. But if you have time, just you can work on these assignments. It's too simple. You can take at least 1 to 2 hours, and you can work on that. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. I'm going to close the class in a couple of minutes. Okay. Yeah, I got some message. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So you have the recordings of the previous classes from WebEx, right? I'm going to share these recordings by end of today, because I will start my uploads from today, because I think I conducted GTM classes around 4 to 5 classes. I will upload these classes in Google Drive, and I will share it to you all. Okay? I'll make it as I'll make them as public. Sure. Thanks. Okay. And if you have any questions on the reports and dashboards, because this is a really very simple concept, and we generally, so you generally take requirement from the customer, what data have to show, how to group. So they simply tell the information, okay, what needs to be done. You have to simply use drag and drop everything, okay. And there's no more advanced options here, but there is a analytical API, okay, where no one is asking these days, because it's an advanced thing. Because if we have some work on analytics API, we have to work with VF pages and APIs and controller classes, okay, because that's advanced thing. So yeah, with that you can build awesome reports on the maps, on different type of reports, more type of reports. You can even import the Google charts also. But this concept is too easy, okay.